You want to play some point-and-click adventures on MS-DOS? You like images of real people? Maybe even some video of the full-motion kind? Well, we're trying out Synnergist for an hour. What is Synnergist? Why, it's the first game from Vicarious Visions. Whose Vicarious Visions? They became Blizzard Albany. And they've been pumping out games for a long time. Ever since 1996 with Synnergist. They're still doing it today. From humble origins. How humble? Oh, let's find out. Let's play an introduction.
Johnny don't wanna go. Johnny wanna stay. Please, Nurse Gibbons, help me.
Somebody, shut him up!
There, Johnny. You're going to be okay. Doctor, what are you doing? I thought this was supposed to be minor shock therapy.
You're not here to ask questions. You do what you're told, and that's all you do! Now, my friend, I'd like to think of the big picture. Too bad you're not in it. No!
Yes, the far-off year of 2010. That's what it looked like.
You know, you're always bitching that your newspaper assignments aren't challenging.
Yeah, but...
I didn't say I was through. Did you see me pause? Huh? Did you? What am I, flapping my mouth so that I can fly away? Huh? Mr. I'm so damn good I don't have to even bother completing my articles? You had 2 days to finish that restaurant review. 2 days. So where the hell is it? People flip through the new Aris Chronicle because they want to know where's the happening place to eat. These people, our subscribers, turn to us for guidance. They need to be told where the best damn freshly caught worm-free sushi bar in this city is. But we can't tell them. Why? Because one little cub reporter doesn't think it's worth his time. It's not me you let down. It's all our faithful subscribers who every day look forward to opening up the style section of the newspaper and finding a new review of the best food joint that we could possibly grace the cover of our daily section with. So now where are they supposed to be? At the restaurant we reviewed yesterday? Oh, you would love that, wouldn't you? You'd love to see people being forced into eating at some day-old reviewed diner. Well, it's not gonna happen, damn it! The only reason we don't print a new restaurant review every day is because lazy, lint-picking entrepreneurs don't have the brass cojones to build them fast enough! Damn it, I'll build them my goddamn self if I gotta. Now, you son of a stooge, don't ever bitch to me that your assignments are too easy when you can't even get them done! Because if I ever hear you bad-mouthing me, I'm gonna make you staff writer for the obituary. The only reason I'm not canning your hiney for the week is because Steve is sick, and I need some ass-kisser with a pencil to interview Victor Ambrose. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna run immediately to the Ambrose Foundation, and after an amazing first impression, you're gonna interview that rich flake with the depth that only God himself could have. In addition, you're gonna hand me that Skyline restaurant review. That is gonna be so damn detailed, it'll be one step short from printing their goddamn special sauce recipe.
Wait, you mean I get to interview Mr. Ambrose? The Victor Ambrose?
Take a Q-tip and rub the wax out of your ear so I can stop repeating myself. The answer is yeah. Now stop thinking what a great guy I am and get the hell out of here before I get angry.
From this to Diablo 4, it's been a long road. So I guess that's our boss. And, you know, he does seem to be a hard ass, but at the same time, I kind of admire his dedication to up to the second restaurant reviews. Yesterday's review? That's obsolete. You need today's review of the local restaurants. I can appreciate that. Maybe we need to have a little bit more pride in our job. We want the big stories, the big interviews. We want to interview Victor Ambrose. Like we're pretending like there's no value to these restaurant reviews, but we're helping out our readers, providing a valuable service. How does this? What does this game? What does any of this have to do with playing this video game? I don't know. We're gonna find out when we start a new game. And what was that whole thing at the beginning? With the electroshock therapy? Maybe we'll find out in Chapter 1.
For 75 cents, you can own the city's premier tabloid newspaper. And for 20 more, you can be editor-in-chief. Me, I'm a reporter, and it's another dog day at the New Aris Chronicle.
Okay, gameplay has begun. Mr. Hallmags.
More moose than hair, more sweat than deodorant. Hallmags is a man of many shortcomings.
What if I right-click? Talk to Mr. Hallmags.
You attempt to talk to your boss.
What are you, stupid? I don't want to see you until you hand me both stories.
All right. Letter knife?
A letter knife sits on top of a small filing cabinet.
Can I take it?
You slip the letter knife into your pocket and hope you won't trip.
All right.
File cabinets of unequal size occupy the corner of the office. They are the mantelpiece for a variety of soda and beer cans, as well as the occasional magazine scrap. They are too difficult to open. You are unsure whether they are locked or just rusted shut.
Wow, they have voice acting for every single observation. That's a lot of voice acting.
The vertical blinds backlight Hallmags at his desk whenever daylight manages to enter. The wood-paneled desk is a familiar scene of chaos. The armless chair does not seem particularly comfortable. The unframed poster shows crashing waves on a tropical beach. The curl of the corners seem to follow the waves onto the shore.
So we have left click, which is observe. Right click is if you can do an action, like we took that knife or sat in this chair.
The ceiling fan mixes a gentle breeze into the room's stagnant atmosphere. However, if it wasn't for the assistance of the sun, the glow of the overhead lamps would barely be able to display the interior. The switch has been rusted in place. Perhaps Hallmags never shut the switch down for fear that the musty scent of the room would grow more repugnant.
Oh, that must.
Stacks of newspapers and magazines line the office walls. The tops of the stacks display either a smiling Hallmags or some articles written about him. The papers from a few years back show a thinner but equally bald chief.
I better stand up before I do that. All right. Okay, there we go. We stood up.
You pick up a paper and find nothing that you have not heard before. The blinds afford a view of the rest of the newspaper office. Nary a detail passes the attention of the watchful editor.
Rug?
The patchwork rug shows a good deal of use, as it is threadbare in places.
Book stacks?
A variety of hardcover volumes are stacked against the wall, most being technical publications. The space beyond the door leads to your personal cubicle and the receptionist's desk that precedes it.
All right. Well, we're starting off with an objective.
The space beyond the door leads to your personal cubicle and the receptionist's desk that precedes it.
Gotta get the interview, then do the restaurant review. Okay, if I move the mouse... Okay, if I move the mouse cursor out, we get some other icons. Apartment keys, my wallet, my subway tokens, my letter knife.
Your wallet contains your driver's license and some money. Your wallet contains your driver's license and some money. You rub your fingers over the tips, feeling the smoothness of the edges. It had once been lustrous and serrated, but the years eroded the sharp corners into stubs.
Time comes for us all.
The remnants of last week's paycheck. Tokens issued by the New Aris Transit Authority. A long, dull letter knife. It looks as good as a driver's license can.
I hope those guys get my car fixed pretty soon. I'm tired of taking the subway everywhere. Okay. This is this. No, and okay, where do I enter it? Enter, okay. Okay, we saved.
The dartboard has seen altogether too much use. Holes reside in every aspect, including the bullseye.
Get darts. I mean, look at our walking animation.
Set of lucky darts.
Everything about this guy is so unlikable. I mean, I guess that was a style of a certain, tone of game at that time.
Behind the constellation of holes lies Hallmag's unaffected sneer. The green file cabinet bears the fine dents of misuse. Dust swirls itself into a frenzy, as does your nostalgia. You can still get a whiff of the printing press smell of the first article you ever placed in here.
Oh, did we open it? Here's the article Global Today wrote about the big story that broke a couple years ago. Okay, police officer found guilty... Oh, can't read the entire thing. Embezzling, I guess. The growing belief that Our Lady of Justice has been blinded not by righteousness, but instead by the lure of corruption was strengthened today as Officer Stephen Lawson was found guilty of embezzling over $500,000. Officer Lawson, who has served on the police force since 1996, was assigned, among other duties, to handle police evidence. This evidence included over 50 pounds of illegal narcotics and approximately $3 million something. Oh, there we go. $3 million have been obtained from drug busts. It's unclear how long Lawson has been involved with embezzlement, but he pleaded guilty to skimming drug money from virtually every drug raid he was involved with. Lawson denied all charges until college reporter Tim Machin, who first brought the... story to light, showed photogenic proof of Lawson stealing money directly from the police vault. He was found guilty of breaking and entering, vandalism, and multiple charges of embezzlement. Lawson's partner, Detective Thomas Barbarelli, who in the past was very vocal on behalf of Lawson's innocence, remains silent today. Barbarelli, who was also a suspect, is believed to be innocent as no other officers were found to be involved. However, a committee of ethics is being formed to investigate if there is any further illegal acts transpiring within the department. I'm sure they didn't find anything.
The white halogen filaments spotlight the rug's thread.
Anyway, we broke a story about police corruption. Corruption at the highest levels.
Custodial services frequent these parts only once a week.
Don't know what the point is. It'll just get messy again. Yep. Why even bother emptying the garbage can? You're just gonna fill it up again.
The well-annotated monitor is the center of your work and ophthalmic deterioration. A small audio-only answering machine sits on your cluttered desk.
Yeah, audio only. As opposed to... I mean, this is the far-off year 2010, so I guess maybe they do have video answering machines. I mean,
the well-annotated monitor
at the time,
center of your
like
work,
before this, they were trying to introduce video phones, which didn't catch on. But like maybe they were projecting that was something that was going to catch on. You know, eventually, of course, we would have video communications, but not over the phone in the way these were.
Even though the little light is not blinking, you check for messages but find none. A random set of office supplies live in this drawer.
They live here.
You open the drawer and look through the supplies. It's still in its usual disarray, but a new roll of adhesive tape catches your eye.
Do I take it?
A random set of office... You collect all your loose pens and put them in a mug.
Great. Take the tape. All right, we got the tape. There's the tape. And we arranged our pens. Isn't that nice? Oh, texts? What's that?
This little bookshelf holds texts you purchased throughout college. You never had the heart to get rid of them, and occasionally they are of some use.
Our college books? How? When do those ever come in use? You buy those college books for one semester and you never use them again.
Several notices are tacked to the board for all to ignore.
All right, here's Doug.
Your colleague Doug appears to be relaxing on the couch.
Let's talk to Doug.
Hey, heard you getting chewed up by Mr. H again.
I noticed.
Well, it's almost a full moon. You've got to expect a little insanity around here. Which reminds me, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse coming up in a few days. You know, I've never actually seen one.
Interesting thing to bring up. It'll be pretty hard to see this one with all the lights.
Not true. I found a nice little place a couple miles away from here. If you want, I can take you along.
I don't have the time. Have someone snap a couple of shots and throw a story together.
Not a bad idea.
Couch.
This is a relic of the hover furniture fad. These units have largely been recalled after studies indicated unpredictable chemical emissions from the levitation mechanism. An alternative mechanism is used here, the phone directory.
A hover couch. Oh yeah, taking a load off.
The large viewing window allows the boss to watch over his kingdom. The blinds afford some privacy to the office inside. The white halogen filaments spotlight the rug's thread. The Formica marble finish adds luster to the particle board desk. This is the nerve center of the newspaper.
I should probably stand up before I do that.
Hillary would probably object.
She doesn't want us to sit on the desk.
The strange thrust and movement suggested by the piece summarily misdescribes its surroundings. Hillary arches over her paperwork.
Arches?
She smiles at you as you approach.
He must be in a good mood. He didn't yell at you.
He didn't. I'm sick of this garbage.
Did he give you another crappy assignment this time?
I have to interview some big shot humanitarian.
I can't understand it. Just a couple of years ago you broke that big story about Steve Lawson embezzling police money.
No kidding.
And what happens? Holmegs follows it up with another crappy assignment? You were the hottest commodity.
That's because he's afraid I'll steal his job.
Tim, that's not nice.
I know. I'm just mad that I signed a 5-year contract.
Bye. Oh, and Tim, lighten up. I'm sure the rest of the day will turn out great.
I feel like days never turn out great for Tim. Alright, so we used to be hot stuff. We broke the big police corruption story. And since then, the boss has been keeping us down. We're wasting the best years of our career.
A large revolving door separates you from the world outside.
Reviewing restaurants. I should bring something to write on. Sure? I have the tape. Is there
a collection of pens, coffee...
I don't think there was anything else in the drawer. Closed it. You put the pens on the desk, but...
A collection of pens, coffee mugs, and loose papers clutter your desk. A notepad sits between the monitor and the cubicle wall.
Well, yeah, so take it. Where's the notepad? Take the notepad. The monitor and the cubicle wall. Do you see anything? I know that it's not...
The well-annotated monitor is the center of your work and ophthalmic deterioration.
Like, the word notepad is not coming up.
A collection of pens, coffee mugs, and...
You see, he says there's a notepad. And it says that there's pens on the desk.
A collection...
And he needs something to write with before he leaves. You'd think that he would take these two things.
And look through the supplies, which are still in their usual disarray. You open...
A collection of pens, The well-annotated A collection of... You grab a pen and your notepad for the upcoming interview with Victor Ambrose.
Okay, so it was just right-click on the desk.
The pad...
Okay, let's get up. Yep, do it. Here we go.
The heavy pavement slabs bear water damage common to most of the structures in the area. The yellowish lighting from inside the newspaper office stains the uneven surface.
Is that our car?
Hallmag's pride and joy.
No, it's Hallmag's.
Of everyone else's envy.
Oh, a car thief.
A stocky-looking man is trying to pry open the door to Hallmag's car with a crowbar.
Talk to car thief.
What's your problem, pal?
It's a good-looking car thief. Thought I might give you a hand. No problem. Looks like you got one. Like that. So I thought I might give you a hand.
Yeah, well, I'm doing fine on my own.
All right.
A deterrent for those who find the sidewalk a convenient shortcut for turning the corner. A blue van is parked outside the neighboring building. It has been there for the past few days and shows no sign of moving. A red canopy shelters the entrance to the nearby office block. City regulations mandate fire hydrants every 25 yards of pavement. A large satellite dish occupies the rear. Beyond it lies buildings of condemnation and prevalence, but a light smattering of smog obscures any distinction between them. The heavy pavements...
Okay, there's the exit. Maybe we can help out the car thief at some point, but don't know what we could give him that would help him out. Hope those mechanics get my car fixed soon. Alright, revolving restaurant, new artist chronicle, Tim's apartment, Ambrose. Yeah, we gotta interview Victor Ambrose.
Subway to the Ambrose Foundation.
Got the big interview.
Fluff stories can I be assigned? After 2 years, I think he would hand me a story that would have some meaning. but then Mr. Hallmags wouldn't trouble himself with articles that required thought. I'm just so sick of taking these trivial assignments. I should be covering the river riots or the rise of crime in the inner cities. Yeah, well, I have to admit, this interview looks to be more high class than the ones I've done in the past. I mean, here's a self-made entrepreneur who's accumulated millions of dollars when he was practically still in diapers. Even his hobbies are impressive. Senior judge of the Dab and Wine Tasting Society and founder of the Helping Brushstroke Club, which has not only given art supplies to poor inner-city schools, but they've also provided a gallery for troubled teens to display their work. I think Victor tries to outdo himself with every charitable project, and to his last one outdo them all. Building a free psychiatric hospital for the mentally disturbed? That has to impress even the most callous cynic. I just wonder how Hallmags was able to book an appointment with him, especially considering the reputation the Chronicle has.
But I mean, all of these accomplishments pale in comparison to his latest charitable work. Is that he's sending a whole many tons of milk to an impoverished African nation. Don't ask if the milk is contaminated.
This article was probably the prize of the auction. The armor plates are well weathered and show some blade-edge dents.
Take weapon.
The weapons are attached firmly by metal flanges. A note at the base of the piece reads, "Implements are secured for your safety."
Aw.
The helmet and breastplate are in the fine contours of a Greek figure. The shield bears the effigy of a lion's head. The sword is of polished bronze. The weapons are attached firmly by metal flanges. The pen's head lays locked within its shell. Next to it lies an empty pad.
Maybe we could pry the weapon off with the letter knife.
Long, dull.
Maybe we could have given this to the car thief. Maybe we could have done something with that. It doesn't look like it's working on that.
The layers of lacquered and laminated scales offer some measure of defense against the razor-sharp katana. The weapons are attached firmly.
Yeah. Ooh, cardboard
This
box.
cardboard box must have been recently dropped off by the courier. On it, a label reads, "Paper Product." The seal on the box is too difficult to break without an implement of some sort.
Oh, but maybe we have an implement.
With a little effort, the dull paper knife breaks the box seal. You open up the flaps.
I like that we're apparently just doing this in front of the receptionist. Uh-oh. And, nothing's happening. Like, the music is still going, but my cursor's not moving. What an odd thing. Just, I guess it's just kind of locked up. Seems like it. Alright, hold on. Let's see if we can do anything. Hold on. No, I just had to load the previous game. Nothing else was happening. Well, I mean, I guess we know what we need to get, so I guess it'll be much faster to get there. We need to open this up.
You
open it up.
A random.
Get the tape.
You open.
A random.
No, you know there's pens in there.
You open.
A random.
Maybe he put them on there?
A collection of pens. You grab a pen and your note.
Pen and notepad, okay.
A large.
Then off we go. What a strange place to freeze. Why would it freeze there?
You take the sub...
How many fluff stories can I...
Okay, we can skip that. Alright, so... What's that? Oh, that's our map. Okay. Oh, resume.
You decide to go back.
Alright. Yeah, let's save this. Alright, let's see if that happens again.
With a little effort, the dull paper knife breaks the box seal. You open up the flaps.
Yeah, it happened again. Wonder what's causing it to freeze up there. No, let's give me another sec. Alright, so let's assume that's consistent. We'll just
The receptionist is
see what else we can do and not without interacting with the box.
The receptionist looks towards you as you approach her.
Hi, I have an appointment with Mr. Ambrose.
Can I have your name, please?
Tim Machin.
Let's see here. No. No Tim Machin. Sorry.
I mean, we should probably just say that we're here as a interviewer from the newspaper. Someone else was supposed to come, but we're filling in, but that is not an option that we have. What? This is an outrage.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I'm gonna have to ask you to let me through. Man, we are bad at our job.
The heavy door. They are locked.
Look under rug.
That would be too conspicuous at this time. The large mosaic defines the oval of the atrium. A jade phoenix is inset amidst the flames. The phoenix is cut from a glossy jade. It reminds you of Chinese Buddhist art. The golden flames are made from an unfamiliar polished rock. The black base is made of marble.
Alright, well, maybe let's do our restaurant review instead.
You take the subway to the revolving restaurant. The weight of the revolving restaurant, towering high above, rests on the shoulders of Atlas. A cool spray of water sparkles out of the lioness fountain. A ferocious growl is forever etched in stone. These pillars surround the lion mosaic on all sides, each one pointing in a different direction of the compass.
Lean on pillar.
You lean against the pillar and watch the world pass by, but nothing exciting seems to happen. The glass bricks in this wall distort the lush glow of the restaurant's interior. There's a door in the center of the wall. The glass door slides open. You go inside.
Wow, what a large establishment.
A bank of payphones stand in the middle of the room. You have nobody to call.
Ah, isn't that just sad?
This gadget looks more like a wastebasket than a computer, but since it controls who enters the elevator, it does, in a sense, filter out the trash.
The skyline welcomes you. Reservations about the
You see
skyline.
your reflection juxtaposed with the computer's text. You see your reflection juxtaposed with the computer's text. No object is too small to have tacky decoration. These ivory punch keys are surrounded by a tacky design.
Can we interact with it?
These ivory punch. The computer's mouth awaits its next feeding. You touch the screen and read the text.
Gotta insert my ident card or driver's license. Well, here's my driver's license. In you go. No, up here.
You push in your license.
Oh no, entry denied. My credit rating is bad.
Your driver's license remains in the slot. You pull out your... You touch the screen and read the text.
Skyline Restaurant is a new presence in the city of New Aarhus. Built with the elegance and charm of 20th century architecture, it carries within the advances of 21st century technology. The Skyline offers its visitors gourmet dining from world-renowned chefs and provides a comfortable setting for rest and relaxation. The main lobby. As visitors enter the main lobby, they are usually intermediately entranced by the sight and sounds of a simulated holographic waterfall cascades around the same elevator transcends the eating deck above. The eating deck high above the building resolves using maglev technology, a very expensive technology to maintain, but the founders of the Skyline films that show the back seat making your dining experience the most pleasurable one. The maglev technology is actually cleverly hidden away within the base of the eating deck. The chamber which houses the machinery is surrounded by supercoolants whose flow is required to keep the system at cool enough temperatures and generate the immense power needed to support the magnetic levitation units. Special reservations. The Skyline also offers special bookings and large gatherings and conventions. We provide accommodation for both large and small organizations. Of course, it seems without saying that require the need for proper credit check prior making reservations available. A special place founded by special people. The Skyline Restaurant gives you and your entire family dining experience to remember. It would not be possible without its generous assistance from the founding members. Gruson Technologies Incorporated, the Ambrose Foundation, Balvoy Corp., Trinity Manufacturing Incorporated, Rubin Corporation, McLeod, Tinks, Nolan Securities Inc., Norwegian Blue Aviary, the Hand of America Political Org. We thank them for their outstanding help in forming what we hope to be the keystone for a better tomorrow. Wow, all this in this restaurant. All right, our credit's bad, so we can't do it. We can't go in. How are we going to review the restaurant if our credit's bad? Trees.
Meticulously trimmed trees grow out of the floor, filling the room with bright, calculated blotches of green. A comfortable couch rests in the middle of the tranquil lobby. Meticulously trimmed trees grow out. A large metal globe hangs silently.
I kind of feel like the people who are going to eat dinner at this place don't really need to read reviews.
The globe is too far out of reach.
I cannot touch globe.
Maybe a security guard might have the key to unlock this door, but you don't. The large door labeled Security Room is closed. These steel doors are firmly shut, awaiting permission to open. You need to talk with the computer before the doors will open.
Talk computer. Alright, well we can't. We don't have the money. Or we don't have the credit. How are we going to get through this one? Maybe we need to steal someone else's credit card so we can get into the restaurant to write a review.
You open the door. You walk out to the atrium.
What's going on in Tim's apartment?
There are more bins than there is trash, yet people never seem to aim for the cans.
Yum dogs.
Even though the stand remains hidden in the alleyway, there are enough regulars to keep it open despite its location. Even though the stand... With one hand around the hot dog server and the other brushing off sweat, Steve stands prepared for anything. You strike up a conversation.
Hey, Tim. How's it going? Your usual?
I love the chef's hat. You gotta dress for the job you want, you know? He's just a hot dog vendor right now, but he has big dreams. Maybe later.
So, how goes the reporting war?
As good as a war can get.
Well, I'd love to help, but I haven't heard much lately. Tell you what,
I'll keep my ears peeled for any scoops.
I appreciate any scoops you might have. Alright, at least seems like we have kind of a friend.
The bucket is filled with uncooked hot dogs.
Dealer, what's being
lone
dealt?
figure dressed in black observes those who pass by.
What you dealing?
Hey man, how'd you like the soar? I got first class tickets right here.
Is this the car thief? Sorry, I get airsick.
Hey man, you wanna feel like royalty? I got stuff here that'll make you feel like a king.
I'm busy.
We can get busy if you know what I'm saying.
Wow. Who would be paying in that situation, me or you?
Well, I'll be around. You just ask for Herb if you need anything.
Alright, Herb, I'll remember that.
A dirty manhole stands before you in all its glory.
Yes, and also the entrance to a sewer's over here.
The lid has been sealed tight with time. A fairly clean door is embedded within the brick overlay. The door is locked.
Is this our door? I mean, I assume it is.
You unlock the door with your apartment keys. A fairly clean door is embedded within the brick overlay. You open the door. You walk up to your apartment.
Probably should, remember to save. Just in case. Since I don't know what caused it to freeze when I tried to open that box. VidPhone.
You have nobody to call.
Aw.
The latest VidPhone model with the popular laptop design.
Wow, latest model. You have a
You check to
pager.
make sure the battery is fully charged, then put it in your pocket.
High tech.
A mug sits by your VidPhone, stained of old coffee residue. You spot the latest issue of the new Aris Chronicle.
Section F. What does that say?
You spot
Why is it that I put in over 40 hours a week covering stories and I have to turn all the way to Section F before I see anything I wrote? Or stuff we write gets buried.
remnants of dinners past lay forgotten amidst the decrepit snacks.
Maybe we should consider becoming a costume superhero and taking photos of ourselves. And then selling the photos to our editor. And our editor's going to be amazed that we can get such great photos. There's something to that.
You pick up a copy of Don Quixote and thumb through it.
I picked up that drawing of a penny farthing ages ago.
A narrow bookshelf sits between the closet and hallway doors. Leftovers from last night's pasta rests upon the stovetop.
Turn on stove? I should wait on dinner.
One of many reminders of things to do. Stacks of dishes are piled inside the cabinet. Knowing it's not your bedtime, you decide to wait to change clothes. Behind the door lays your daily attire.
So I guess this is the extent of the apartment that we can explore. Doesn't seem like we can walk over to the left. And we can't go in the closet.
Knowing it's not your bedtime, you decide to wait to change clothes.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else here.
You open a drawer to find a collection of plastic lunch bags and twist ties.
That might be important.
You take a plastic bag and twist tie.
There we go. Maybe we need that. Plastic bag.
Overflowing scrubbies and other supplies squeeze against the insides of the drawer. You close the drawer.
All right, well...
Emptied food containers aline the inside. You pick up a copy of Don
It's just
Quixote.
Don Quixote no matter where we're clicking on. All right, well, I guess if we had someone to call, we could use our vid phone.
You open the door.
Ah.
You walk outside.
And clearly that wasn't a glitch. It was reality breaking around us. Symbolic of the feeling that Tim has, the intolerance that he has that his existence is like this. Is what that was. Okay, we can't get into the restaurant. We can't get into the Ambrose Foundation, though there is a box we could cut open, but the game freezes if I do that.
You take the subway to the New Aris Chronicle.
Can I do anything to help the car thief? There's a few items.
What's your problem, pal?
No problem. Looks like you got one. Got locked out?
Yeah, I dropped my keys somewhere.
My boss inside has a car like that.
Well, what can I say? It's a popular model.
I guess I agree with that. Want some tape? No, I don't think he needs the tape.
The revolving door helps cease lunch hour.
Can I steal my boss's keys?
A well-finished...
No, I don't think we saw his keys lying around anywhere. No, I don't think we see anything here.
You attempt to talk to your boss.
What are you, stupid? I don't want to see you until you hand me both stories.
Yeah. He wants us to get those
Patchwork rug
stories.
shows a good deal of use, as it is threadbare in places.
It could entirely be possible that the only thing we can do is open that box. But of course, the game freezes if we do that. Again, no idea why that might be the case.
She smiles.
He must be in a good mood.
This is the same
he
conversation.
didn't yell at
Well, actually, I didn't have this conversation because the game froze.
you another crappy
So I didn't
assignment
actually
this
have this
time.
one.
I can't understand it. And what happens? Home Eggs follows it up with another? Tim, that's not nice. Bye.
Does she say anything else
She
if we talk
smiles
again?
Tim, I'm really busy right now. I'm
Really busy. So busy. No problem.
Your colleague...
Hey, heard you're getting chewed up.
Chewed out.
Well, it's almost a full moon. You've got to expect a little insanity around here. Which reminds me, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse coming up in a few days. You know, I've never actually seen one.
Be pretty hard to see one. Don't have the time. we can't talk to Doug again.
A large revolver.
I know it's an adventure game, but I don't really see why when we go to the Ambrose building, we just can't say that we're here from this particular paper. Someone else was supposed to come to interview Mr. Ambrose, but they can't, so we're filling in. It would be quite simple to do that.
The receptionist looks towards you.
I apologize for my outburst, but I'm pretty sure there's been a mistake.
I checked the book twice and you're not on the list. I'm sorry, but I don't believe there's been a mistake.
I'm certain an appointment was made.
Well, when did you make the appointment?
It may have been made under the name Steve Russell a month ago.
Any appointments that were made a month ago would have been stored in the computer and then printed onto these books. If an appointment was made, it would have been recorded.
Well, if not Steve, my boss may have made it a few days ago.
That would explain it. We had a temp here a few days ago who left the place in shambles.
That bad, huh?
Let's just say that the only thing she could file properly was her fingernails. All right, here's what I'll do. I'm going to squeeze you in right before his next appointment.
Thanks. How long will I be waiting for?
Mr. Ambrose should be here already. It's not like him to be tardy. Why don't you just relax for a few moments until he arrives?
Oh, here he is.
Carolyn, you didn't mention I had any meetings right now. I hope you'll forgive my tardiness, Mr.
Tim, your secretary thinks that the temp you had a feature of my appointment. Could I speak with you?
It's possible. Why don't you step into my office?
All right. What a delightful man. Wow, what an office.
Now, what is the nature of your visit, Mr. Matchin?
I work for the new Aarhus Chronicle and was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. Do you mind if I have a seat?
Where are my manners? That would be fine, Mr. Matchin. But excuse me for a moment while I go wipe my hands. I was feeding my pet.
Your ... pet, I see.
The oval rug bears the effigy of a Macedonian soldier.
Taking his time.
Now, Mr. Matchin, let's get down to the interview.
What do you let's see. What do you think of the New Aarhus Chronicle? Do you like New Aarhus City? These are terrible opening questions. Do you like City?
When you walked down these halls, didn't you feel it?
Feel what?
Presence, Mr. Matchin.
Presence?
Yes, the presence felt when sharing the same space with great ambition. When I pass by my employees, they radiate a presence so potent it virtually slaps you on the back. Sadly, though, if we went in our cars and drove down a few blocks and then stepped out, you would feel it, the chill coldness.
Does he have a lot of points and shivers? Is that what he's saying?
Ghettos are a lonely void, Mr. Matchin. You reach out for that drive felt from the human spirit, and when none is to be found, you withdraw, afraid to feel the emptiness, the cold. Look around you and you'll find partially dead drug abusers and vagrants who have only a cardboard box to call home.
I know what you mean. The rich have too much, and the poor never really get a chance to catch up.
Nothing is sadder than wasted potential. Unfortunately, that seems to be our greatest import.
I've seen homeless people since before I can remember, but nobody seems to be willing to help.
Everything runs in cycles, Mr. Machin. For many years, the government took a very conservative stance. Then it swung towards liberal, and now back to conservative. Have you ever studied nature, Mr. Machin? Ice turns to water, water evaporates to a gaseous form, and then precipitates back to water. Cycles, Mr. Machin. Be they fashion or poverty, they are always present.
And I suppose you study these cycles?
Mr. Machin, I have made a career of studying patterns. That is why I'm on top.
You're saying your success is because you study cycles?
If you follow patterns like those in a rug, they will lead you to the other end.
That's a very philosophical way of viewing things, Mr. Ambrose.
If I talk about an idea, they call it philosophy. If I perform an idea, they say it's science. And if I make money, they claim it's business. You can choose any title you wish, but what matters is its essence, not its name.
Why did you choose to build a psychiatric hospital? What can you tell me about yourself? Why did you want to build a psychiatric hospital?
Well, as I previously mentioned, there is nothing sadder than wasted potential, and I fully intend to prevent it. This hospital has often been referred to as a warehouse for undesirables, but I see it as a first step towards progression.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mr. Ambrose?
I feel my actions and my work represent me far better than I could tell you.
Do you have anything else planned, or are you going to sit back and look for more cycles?
Yes.
I like how he emphasized that by taking his glasses off. Yes to which question? Yep, I guess interview's over.
A lustrous veined marble structures the mantelpiece. The embers in the fireplace glow fiery reds.
This guy's got everything. A fireplace, a rug, game freezing. Because hold on, no. I thought for a second it froze. No, cursor's moving. Cursor is moving.
The firm leather sofa offers a place to read by the fireplace.
Get off sofa.
There is a veritable library in this office.
Get book. Oh, Don Quixote. What a coincidence.
You reach for a leather-bound volume. The pages of written German have browned over the years. Although the large solid desk has witnessed many guests, it has only one occupant.
Rifle through his papers.
You dare pass no more than a glance at the various papers on the desk, most of which is just fine stationery.
Wonder how many thousands of dollars got signed away over this desk. Desk lamp.
A black swing-arm lamp is trimmed with gold and platinum lines. You turn on the lamp by depressing the switch. You then quickly turn it back off.
Wow, while he's just sitting there, huh? We're turning his lamp on and off.
You peer through the stained-glassed windows to see a well-maintained garden landscape.
I can almost see Straczynski Lake from here.
They seem to be electronically locked. Victor sits at his desk looking through some forms.
I think I've got all the information I'm gonna get. I better leave him to his work. Besides, I've got my own work to do.
Good day, Mr. Machin.
Alright, our conversation is over. And I guess our hour is over as well. Fortunately, we were able to get our interview with Victor Manchin, a man who sees cycles, and he has ideas and puts them into action and makes money. They call them different things, but it's all just one holistic thing. And I can kind of see why our editor has not been giving us very important jobs. We do not seem to be very good at giving an interview. I think maybe we might have an inflated sense of how good we actually are at our job. And I guess probably one thing we can do is finish it off by just seeing if the game freezes again when we try to open that door.
Walk through the doorway.
Don't know where we would go from here, because we did get the interview, but we can't do the restaurant review unless we have a good credit card. We don't have it.
With a little effort, the dull paper knife breaks the box seal. You open up the flaps.
Yeah. Locked again. Pressing the buttons don't do anything. Mouse not doing anything. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. But, alright. Synnergist, it's it's an interesting looking point-and-click adventure game featuring, just a cast of unlikable characters in a miserable setting. And I can only assume that Mr. Tim Mashin might end up being the focal point of fate or destiny, some sort of role beyond his regular job. I'm gonna assume there's a reason his name is Time Machine. Does this game involve different time periods? I do not know. I was kind of hoping in this tryout we might get some hint as to what the larger adventure is, as I presume it's not just Tim being a mopey dick about his job and his apartment and where he is in life. There has to be a point where, he breaks into the larger adventure, but we did not get to that. As I'm talking, I'm just glancing at the Wikipedia article if it would give me any further information, and it doesn't. The plot section of the Wikipedia article is entirely... the game's plot centers around the player taking on the role of Tim Mashin, a journalist in the fictional city of New Arhus in the year 2010. The city, once prosperous, has now fallen into widespread chaos and decay. As Tim investigates, he encounters twists, turns, and a mysterious humanitarian figure named Victor Ambrose. That's the entire plot section of Synnergist. So yes, I absolutely... nothing. I don't know anything about where this game is supposed to go. But I guess it's not going to go anywhere because, unfortunately for Tim, the world ends when he tries to use the letter knife to cut open box. So that's that for him. That's that for Synnergist. That's been our hour-long tryout.